Welcome back. All right, I'm feeling like a little Monday Night Football tonight. Today's topic is Playbook. Now, if you know sports, you know how important a playbook is. But if you don't know sports, a playbook is incredibly important. Anytime you're playing any type of team sport, everybody, I do mean everybody, needs to be on the same page, right? And one of the folks I looked up to when I was growing up was Deion Sanders, Mr. Prime Time. Got his jersey on right now, actually. The reason why was because he put on a show every time he got on the field. He'd have a dance after he caught an interception or a touchdown in the end zone, and he was just one of those electrifying guys that he would talk a big game, but he would actually back it up. And actually, I still have his rookie card to this day. Yes, Mr. Deion Sanders, this is a shout to you. So, playbook. Why do we need a playbook? Well, the playbook are all the plays that a team has at its disposal. It uses those plays in order to win a game. So, in football, you have to get touchdowns or field goals or essentially just beat the other team in regards to score. Same thing with basketball, baseball, soccer, you name it, right? So whatever your sport is, you understand that a playbook is needed by the team in order to win a game. And the better the playbook, the better the team essentially can execute plays against the other team. But it's not just the playbook alone. You have to practice what's in the playbook, and everybody needs to be on the same page, right? So it's not just a great playbook, but it's also executing those plays to the best of your ability. So, in regards to playbooks for individuals, it doesn't have to be just sports. We should have playbooks ourselves. And the playbooks you actually have are the tactics or the methods you use in any type of challenging situation. And what makes it so special is that a playbook are those go-to plays that already have a proven track record. That means they've worked before. So if you have a problem, a challenging problem, it's a lot better to go to a resource that already has experience, that has a proven track record, as opposed to going to something brand new that you don't know how it's actually going to work out, right? And unfortunately, a lot of folks look to the internet as far as that as a resource to identify what should be in their playbook. And the biggest thing is, hey, you have to start somewhere, right? So I'm not knocking it as an initial resource, but the playbook is your set of plays. It's your go-to resource when you have a challenge to deal with. Now, me personally, I didn't start putting playbooks together until I was a professional. So this wasn't in high school, wasn't really so much in elementary school. Of course, I did have the right papers here and there, but I never actually had my own playbook. And it wasn't until maybe a few years out of college that I realized certain situations, it really helped to write things down. So I have all my playbooks, and they're pretty thick these days if I look back at them. But this is what I have. This is my playbook, right? And it's not just what's here. These are the written notes. These are the written plays that I've essentially put together. But technology is such a beautiful thing. I don't have to carry around those notebooks anymore. I essentially have a playbook just like everyone else does on their phone, right? So the big thing with that is you want to carry the plays with you. When they're with you, when they're in your pocket, it doesn't matter where you are, you can use that as a reference and resource to figure out where to go to. Now, you may be thinking, well, what would I actually put my playbook in? What would it actually look like? Well, the biggest thing is you're capturing the things that are important. So that playbook can have anything in it. It can have photos, it can have videos or video links. It essentially is just a record of everything that's been important for you making decisions. Now, there's a couple places you can go already to actually identify and find those things that will be important for your playbook. The first one is email. The nice thing about an email account is you have everything there. It's just probably a lot of junk, not necessarily a lot of the important stuff, but you will find some important things there. But in addition to that, you just want to make sure that you are identifying what actually is important. And I remember I used to have everything in a big old file cabinet. But these days, I need to be able to carry my playbook with me. So that's why my phone is so incredibly important for that. The chosen app that I decide to use is Evernote. And the reason for that is I can put files, I can put notes, I can put pictures, I can put video, you name it. and I love just the way that they allow me to grow my account in size. The nice thing as well is that in keeping all those notes for my playbook, every now and then I have some teammates, such as my son or my daughter or my wife, that are asking me for plays. How do I do this? How do I do that? Well, the beautiful thing is I don't essentially just have to go and try to find that information. I can find it quickly and I can actually share it with them. So that's something that's been critically important, because remember what we said about teams, right? If you have a team, everybody needs to be in sync and on the same page. So it allows me to easily be on the same page with my wife and my kids and my friends. So what does your playbook look like? Hopefully it's not just up in your head, because if something were to happen to you, that playbook will be lost. So that's why it's so important to actually make sure you have things written down, so that if someone needs to use that playbook on your behalf, that you can tell them, where it actually exists, and they can find it and they can use it for whatever they're actually doing. And then this is also critically important for businesses. If you're thinking about a business or in business already, you already know how important a playbook is. And for businesses, this is called the operating agreement, or your standard operating procedure. And if you have any questions about that, you want to see what it looks like or what it should have, feel free to reach out, contact me. I can let you know, the journey that I've actually taken from having everything in file cabinets and on paper, all digital now. So I can carry it with me and access it wherever I am. So I hope you enjoyed this episode on the playbook. It's incredibly important. I hope you have a playbook, or if you don't, I hope you're starting one right now. And it is indispensable for what it will provide for you in the future. Thanks for tuning in. Catch you on the next episode. Bye.